president of the Texas Retired Teachers Association, and delighted to be so in this year that we mark our Diamond Jubilee by the Sea and celebrate 60 years of protecting the interests of retired public school educators in Texas.
When I retired, my plan was to take my 1935 Ford Coupe and refurbish it and go on fishing trips and what have you, but I put those on the back burner to work with the Texas Retired Teachers Association. And I am so proud of all of the days and the minutes and hours that I have put into the association. I really think we have accomplished something.
TRTA's first state president was Miss Eula Ware of Houston. TRTA held its first convention in November 1954 in Fort Worth. At that time, membership dues were a whopping $1. By 1968, TRTA had 30 local units. The number more than doubled by 1971 to 77 units. And by 1975, there were 139. In 1980, E.L. Gallion was appointed to be TRTA's first executive director. He worked on a volunteer basis for over 12 years.
Mr. Gallion was the one that really got TRTA in a position to be the association that it is. There was another association that really wanted to take over TRTA. And Mr. Gallion said, no, we're not going to do that. And so we moved the TRTA office from that location to a new location, and TRTA was on its own. And Mr. Gallion moved us forward.
In 1981, Dr. Kate Bell was elected as TRTA state president. Under her leadership, TRTA organized into 20 districts. She also served as chairman of a committee to study ways to raise funds for a TRTA headquarters building. Many of our members will remember the first Walk to the Wall fundraiser held at the 1989 convention to raise money for what is now the TRTA state office on 12th and Trinity Streets in Austin.
I think this was a very, very important move in the direction that we needed to go to build a building. About 115 steps from the Capitol itself, in a very strategic location. And our offices for the Texas Retired Teachers Association are located here, as well as the offices for our Texas Retired Teachers Foundation.
In 1993, a 4-phase Consumer Price Index catch-up plan was created by the TRTA State Legislative Committee under the direction of Mike Lair. It was designed to increase annuities for TRS members whose incomes were 15 to 115% below the CPI.
This was promised to us by the Texas Constitution. We were promised a retirement. We were promised to be taken care of. And there's not many people that can exist with the cost of gasoline and everything else as it is right now without a cost of living increase. I just think they need to know that we are giving back and that we need some help from them, as promised.
The bill to accomplish this goal was passed by the 73rd Texas Legislature and signed into law by Governor Ann Richards in 1993. The second, third, and fourth phases were signed into law by Governor George W. Bush in 1995, 1997, and 1999, respectively.
Without someone to represent you, our situation would not change. And because TRTA is here, we represent all public education retirees. If you say nothing, legislators and others figure you're satisfied. But because we exist and we can get out and express our thoughts and our ideas and our concerns, they know that we have issues that need to be addressed, and it's important that someone stress those issues to our legislators.
The first children's book drive was implemented in the fall of 1999 and continues every year to place books in the hands of Texas school children.
The goal of the Children's Book Project is to create an interest in younger children in reading. We started the book project in 1999, and since then more than 600,000 books have been distributed to the youngsters in Texas.
The Texas Retired Teachers Foundation was founded in 2000 for educational and charitable purposes. Today, the foundation has given out over $22,000 in student scholarships, $18,000 in classroom assistance grants for public school teachers, and $31,000 in grants to retirees who need financial assistance through a helping hand. Today, TRTA resides in its permanent home in Austin, within a few hundred feet of the Texas Capitol. Executive Director Tim Lee, who has worked with the association since 2004, continues to work closely with members of the Texas legislature and volunteer retirees to improve benefits for all 300,000 plus Texas public education retirees.
60 years is a long time. Not quite as long as me, but it's a long time. Our leadership that we've been able to gain through the years, the people who started us, E.L. Gallion for one, and now Tim Lee. It's phenomenal. I really enjoy working with Tim because his mind is constantly moving in the direction of what our needs are and fighting for them. And boy, he's a fighter.
It's kind of exciting to see TRTA celebrate their 60th anniversary when just last September we celebrated TRS's 75th anniversary. And it shows that both organizations have a long life and are here for a long perspective. So it's exciting to see both organizations survive and continue forward, and look forward to working with them in the future.
I joined TRTA when I retired after 37 years of teaching and being a school administrator. And I joined because somebody did this for me back in the 60s when I began my teaching career, and it's time to pay back. I think retirees have given so much of their time and so much of their dedication to making Texas a better state for boys and girls to go to school. So it's time for retirees to, when they retire, to get into another element of their life and give back to the communities. And they're giving back to the communities through a lot of volunteer work. And it's just a good time to be alive and to be working.
It goes without saying that an organization such as TRTA, it exists because of its local units. And every one of those members are the strength of TRTA. If we did not have local units, if we were just an organization at the state level, then we would have absolutely no value and very little power or clout. But with over 77,000 members and local units that are working visibly in their communities and contributing to their communities, we are powerful.
I felt like from the very beginning that I wanted to give back to an organization that has guaranteed me a retirement income, that has guaranteed me a good health program, and why wouldn't we want to give back? I may be retired, but I'm not tired. I'm still able to work. I'm still able to do what needs to be done for education. And I think when you speak with one voice, you can get so much more done. You're so much more influential than someone by themselves.